Warning, 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 warning. This is a Emergency Broadcast. Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Podcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're having a talk. We're going to just have a talk for, I suppose he was going to have a guest on his show, and let's see and talk to him.
That's right.
So we're going to have a test to see how to talk to me, to show how the voice sounds, and how he would like to listen about my show.
We are not live.
We're not live, though.
We're not recording live
No.
from the facilities of Ocelli.com as we usually are on Friday night.
No.
This is a pre-recorded show.
Pre-recording, just on a chatter chat.
So
Like we used to do.
yeah, so if you're listening Friday night, good. From Ocelli.com, good. Yeah. The phone lines are not open, though. No phones.
No
usually,
phones open.
Usually they would be, wouldn't they?
On Fridays, they usually are.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
O'clock for you.
Yeah.
You're the first hour.
I had guest Daryl Sloan lined up for the first hour of the show, and he lives in the UK, Uncle. So
Is that where your buddy is, where you have your friend that does this
yes,
in the same area?
same time zone, I believe.
Same time zone.
I think,
So
yeah.
now if those two can get together, you might have something there to get started with your own.
I should get them to do the show together instead of me.
Right. And that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, well, you having a problem finding him and timing Zoom, and with him being where he is now,
Yeah,
you can get that going again.
the time zones are tough,
And that's what I mean. That's what I'm getting to.
Daryl couldn't make it to the live show just because we record. It would be like some crazy hour in the morning for him. I think it would be 3 or 4 in the morning for him when the show starts to be on the show. So it's just he couldn't do it, you know.
Well, no, not Adam. No, he couldn't do
Well,
it.
yeah, him. That's the same reason he can't ever come on the show. Otherwise, I would. I mean, if he lived in the United States, it'd be easy to do themes and memes live all the time and have him on the show. It would be simple.
Yeah, well, then you have an extra guest for yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Time zones are tough. Uncle, do we want to talk a little bit about how we've got more shows on the Ocelli Network real quick?
We got some new shows on the Chili.com. Medford. I was actually listening to some
You did?
this past week.
What shows?
The one with, what's his name, that they just started to get on,
Pierce?
Pierce's show.
Okay.
I listened to it a little bit
You did?
on the train.
Okay.
When I was driving back and forth, I put my earplugs in and I was listening to shows that he was listening to. And he came up with some conversations on his show about that. And he was,
What were the topics that you were listening to on that show? What came up? Do you remember?
the one option, the man was talking about some kind of government. Of course, these guys, they talk about government work. Every single one of them.
What guys?
I mean, Charlie.com and
Pierce?
and Pierce. Them two get together, seem like, talk about the government a lot.
Oh, were you listening to a show where it was both of them?
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
Okay.
Both of them on.
Got it.
And they were
Okay.
both talking at each other. Oh, I'm going to listen. This is our second hour. He was on the first hour. I've got a special guest for the second hour. And he was going back and forth. And I was like, all right, I'm going to stop for a minute and just get back on that. And so I turned it back on. And said, no, he's back on again. That's
A lot of government talk.
government talk. These guys talk government. I mean, he was in conversation, have a good talk. But this is what talk about government. these guys are like, what's his name? What's that other guy's name of yours?
Tom Sucker.
Tom Sucker. Now, them all three, I'm telling you, all three of them should be back on. We should push Tom Sucker on his broadcast. I mean, them three would get together and would be making more complication of talking government to every one of them guys.
Yeah.
I was thinking of asking him, could they get him on that show?
We should have Tom back on. The thing again with Thomas, he's in that time zone too, where he's in the UK, so it causes problems for the live show.
Well,
See?
we can do this like this if we can get him to talk like what we're doing right now. We're recording it.
Might have to.
And then he can get back with Chuckacelli, or you can get back with him, and record it back. I mean, here we're doing this tonight. They're doing this to get him back to him to do this. Just to hear my voice is what this guy wants to hear.
That's the process,
I know. He wants to hear my voice, and we have to do it this way. There's no other way to do it, like you said.
There's no
option. You can't do it live, and you have all these...
It just doesn't work out, the timing.
Your time is wrong.
I needed to have Daryl on the show, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I need to have him as a guest, and I'm really glad to have him, and it's going to be... As we record this show now, I have yet to record the show with Daryl. I'll say that.
Yours?
Yeah, we're recording this show tonight, Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning, I'm waking up. I'm going to interview him in the morning, and then when I edit these shows together, I'm going to actually put them in reverse, where my interview with Daryl will go first, and then this show will go second, and they will be playing in our live spot on Friday night anyway.
Oh, well.
I believe so.
When you get to Chucky, then Chucky does that. Adding whatever he does.
He should be able to just play it. Yeah.
Just play it off of it. Off of what we're talking about now. Or whatever this is going to be talked about.
Yeah, we're talking about it right now as we speak. This is it. This is the show. We're making it.
We're making the show now to give it to him to do the editing. He's the editor. I told you, he's the editor. You step back.
Actually, I'm going to edit this one.
Oh, you're editing this one?
No. Yeah, because I'll take these files. So this show, this episode of Uncle the Podcast we're recording right now, I'm going to take the audio file and I'm going to play around with it. I'm going to add the music in. I'm going to add the exit music at the end. And then I'm also going to edit it together with the hour that I do with Daryl, and I'm going to make it a 2-hour show, and I'm going to...
Instead of an hour.
Yeah, and
that makes sense.
I'll also split the two separately and put them on the Trans Resistor Radio.
Are you sure you can do this now since you've haven't been practicing lately? I mean, you've been off this kick now, but now...
I better be able to do it. It's not that hard. It just takes time. That's the hardest part, is the time it takes with all this.
That's why he was doing it. I mean, that's why I had to pull you off of this.
I had to, I know.
I mean, you were doing too much from the beginning of starting of this thing.
But we've had a little extra time this week, though, right, Uncle?
Yeah, well, we did. We did have extra time because the ladies are gone.
They're gone, and my children are gone,
and the kids are gone. So you got the time to do it. I guess this is a good time to do it. Mm-hmm. Well, I can understand you want to do it. Since you can do it and not be disturbed.
Yeah,
I mean, the disturbing part of it is you get disturbed and it doesn't get done. I know what that plane up there is thinking, their sidekick.
Do you notice anything different here, Uncle? As
Door's open.
Yeah, the closet door is hanging wide open.
Well, that's true, because when we have people on it, it shuts.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, many nights when we're recording here, Friday night, we have to shut the door.
Yeah.
Because the kids will come in and take a shower in here and make all kinds of noise.
And then you can't hear nothing.
No.
Well, that's why it's shut. Oh, I can understand that.
Yeah, so now, I mean, it's open. There's nothing going on in the house. We're fine.
Well, now it's fine because you got nobody.
Yeah. It's quiet in here for once.
I thought this would be the best time to do it, though, because you needed my voice to do this for your friend. For the fellow.
Yes, indeed.
So I headed in and do it now, since everybody's gone,
Yeah.
and we can do it now.
And we also I've got some plans lined up for Friday night for us. They should be able to go through. I think we're going to be able to do this thing Friday.
Yeah, since the ladies are gone, if we have to, we'll do that, and we'll all go out to eat after.
Yeah.
I mean, we can do that. So
We're pre-recording this show, so we'll have Friday off. We don't have to record the broadcast live. So JP Sears is going to be doing a comedy show in Brea.
we can, and then go see him.
Yeah, we'll go see him.
Yeah.
That's the plan. That's the plan as of now. I don't see why it won't work out. I don't think the show will sell out. I don't have tickets yet, but I'll get some.
Oh, yeah. Quickly just mention my name. Uncle Podcast is coming. Ooh, where's them tickets? Telling me, hand them off to me. Give them off to me. I got to talk to Steve today and see if I can get to him and ask him. I'm going to.
JP is a guy I had on my show a couple years back. I interviewed him.
Oh, you did?
I had him on my show, yeah.
Oh.
This was before, when I had him on the show, he hadn't started his stand-up comedy routine yet. So it'll be interesting to see what his stand-up is like. I don't know. I've never seen that.
I would like to know where is this located?
It's in Brea. Do you remember where that is?
In Los Angeles?
No, it's not far from Orange. It's if you take the 55 freeway north of Orange, it's just a few miles up that.
Oh, so it's near Orange.
It's pretty near where we were living before, yeah.
Oh.
It's still in Orange County. It's in like the north part of Orange County.
Oh.
And
well, this is what we have to do. You got a good idea. We was going to go out on the road anyway. This was where I started now. Because with the ladies out and we got freedom to go, let's do it now so we can have it done and saying, we did so-and-so, we did this, that.
Everything seems to be lining up that this makes sense to do this, is the way I feel.
Well, we're not going to have a broadcast on Friday night, but we might as well put something together.
Exactly.
So
I don't know how, what the show is going to be like, if JP will still be around and talk to people afterward. But if not, we'll try to make a point to talk to him. Be like, hey, do you remember when you were on my show? And I'm assuming he'll remember, and maybe we could get even a little audio recording of it or something that we could play on the show next week.
And then we can edit it. You can edit it to ours that we'll have here.
Yeah.
That would sound right.
I don't know if we'll be able to do that, but these are just ideas that maybe we could do. I don't know.
Well, let's see what he gets. See how many people show up first. Mm-hmm. You don't know. You say it may not sold out. Mm-hmm. So see what happens there.
Yeah,
we don't know. While we're out, too, we can look at the sword place.
Yes.
I mean, while we're out.
Maybe we should do that.
Just go out there and look for the sword place and
look for
explain this guy.
Pick up a sword.
Yeah. Since we're going to be out tomorrow night, Friday night.
We'll make our rounds.
Yeah.
Do all the important stuff.
Do these things that we mentioned we were going to do, and then be off after Friday. I'm done for the weekend, so I can go out.
Yeah, we can go out. We're allowed to do this.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right that we should get in trouble for doing any of these things.
No, it's part of the thing that we was aiming to do before, but we haven't had time to get out. Now we have the time.
We got it, so
we got to get out, and we're doing it starting this Friday.
It'd be wrong not to do it.
Right.
It would be wrong of us.
I think I was going to tell you, let's do that instead of not having a podcast on a Friday night. And just do this what you're planning.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a vacation of sorts this week, but I mean, it's also just another week for us because you and I have been both putting in normal hours of work this week.
For work, we've been doing our work time.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely so. Again, we're not recording live tonight. No calls tonight. But Uncle, do you notice the difference recording pre-recorded like this than when we do go live now?
I do see the difference.
It feels different.
We got these ings in the ear different, and then we're listening. As we're listening, brains talk back and forth, and back and forth it's in your ears. You're listening to
The headphones.
What the people are saying, and
We're not wearing headphones right
now. Without them,
you don't even need them.
this talk back and forth is just a regular yap back and forth talk. So what are we doing? We're just having a little talk.
Regular old yap session.
Yap session like I used to when I started this
Yeah,
business.
just to remind you of beginning.
Beginning,
Yes,
that's exactly my point. It was, remember, of the beginning of Uncle the Broadcast in Orange when we started it. And this is how we started, just like we're doing now.
We've been doing this a while now.
Yeah.
It's been a
It's
while.
been, way over 2 years. When did we actually, do you remember when we started this?
So we've been here in Riverside coming up on 2 years now.
Coming on 2 years.
And when we were in Orange, we had been doing the show. Gosh, I want to say we probably did a year there, didn't we?
We started a good year,
I can't remember
but
exactly.
when did we actually stop? Because then when we started moving, I mean, do you remember
Oh, yeah.
from the point when we started moving, but we were doing it on what? We were doing it on Fridays. And we were still doing it on Fridays.
Did we?
Talking like this.
Before it
What
was
we-
live, you mean?
Before it was live, doing it like
we would
this.
do it on Friday?
It was Friday, and we were doing this like this, just back and forth, beginning it.
I thought we just recorded it whenever then.
Then-
It wasn't necessarily a Friday. It was just whatever day, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's
It
right.
wasn't necessarily Friday. It's just whenever we had time.
when we
did
had
it.
time to do it, but I think we had more time in Orange doing it than we have now.
Maybe. Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what
It's
it is.
been busy here.
But too busy. You've been too damn busy with,
Everybody has been.
and we haven't had time to even talk like this.
Well, we're here now. We got
Yeah.
time. We made time. We're doing it.
Well,
Making this show.
I'm making this show for your friends, so he know. Oh, that's Uncle the Broadcast. He is a
now
character.
he'll understand,
And now
yes.
I know you'll have my voice into this talking that we're doing right now. So you can edit it if you know how to edit again. And you still can keep editing. Like, I don't know if this guy can edit anymore. Wait a minute. I mean, it's just because I took him off the job for a while. I don't
Back
know.
on.
I don't know. I just want to see he needs practice.
Yeah.
Sidekick over here needs a little practice.
Indeed. Well, there's always, I always have to take the file and put it on the podcast feed and all that. I've been doing that this whole time.
Okay, well,
So
you
I
know
have
how
been
to do
doing
that.
some editing. I've been
know
doing
how to
some,
do
but
that.
it's fairly easy. Chuck just sends me the one file for both hours of the show, and then I take that and I split it into two pieces basically. I take those two pieces.
You tell me how to do that, man. I'll be lost.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you do? Be
It's-
pulling wires out of my head.
Yeah.
That's what you say, probably.
it's just a process, It's just it's not hard for me. It's just, stuff that you have to do, and it does take time. Again, I keep saying that. The hardest part is the time you dedicate to do it. That's it.
Well, that was the main reason I took you off of it. I mean, because you didn't have the time, and but now that you have it, you have the time, and the people not here, you can concentrate on it. So go ahead and we'll edit this.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to have the freedom. That's what it is in broadcasting.
Yeah.
Hours in the broadcasting itself,
Yes.
you need this freedom.
You need it.
Nobody bothering you,
Yes.
and work this, and this will get you started again.
That's ideal.
This is what you needed. And I think there's a good idea that you did this to say, okay, we'll do it tonight. And I can see that because it would be, you probably have, let's say you could probably have it done tonight, even if you was working on it.
Yeah, I'll have it ready for the Friday
For
show.
Friday,
Like I said, I'm going to get the file together, give it to Chuck, and he should
pass
have
it-
the full 2-hour show that
pass
he's
it
able
to-
to play.
You pass it to him, and he plays it, and then boom, and it'll go from there.
Yes.
Because you was mentioning that last Friday you're mentioning something like that, but then you're saying, well, we'll have to put it together. And then, you know.
Yep. Everything just seems to be lining up this way. And I think, I'm just going with it. When things line up,
see how easy it though is lining it up?
I do.
Straight line. That's what you need. You need a straight line. You keep going. Phew.
Were we a bit crooked before?
Yeah, you were going like this.
Zigzagging,
and you know what you were doing. But now, this, and sending this, what we're doing, right to Chuck. And
it's become a straight line.
What does this guy talk about on Tuesday? On Thursday? What night was this? On Wednesday night.
Yeah,
this is what we're talking about. And it goes from there.
Yeah, people will probably be so excited that they'll be calling up anyway, not even realizing that it's not live, and they'll be wanting to get in on this amazing conversation.
Exactly my point. So whenever these get back to live again, or whenever we make another one, we can shoot that out. And that's what we did on a past Wednesday night. Listen, take a listen. Boom.
We should talk to the chat room right now.
Yeah, the chat room.
Talk to it.
All right, chat people. What are we talking? We got the chat going. We got the chat room. We're doing this. Boom, recorded for the chat room for everybody.
Yes, tell us something. We're talking to you from the past. You're in the future.
Yeah, you're in the past.
They're in the future now. And then what we'll do is I'll go back and look at the comments that were posted on the chat room when this played, when Chuck played it back. And then when I go and look back at the comments, that'll be in the past again.
We're just seeing. But what I would do for me to listen to it, I'd have to put the earplugs in and just listen to it.
This show?
To the show.
Yeah.
Or, you can send it off to my phone.
So chat people, talk to us.
Wait a minute.
Now.
Actually, I might be sending it off to my phone. Will this be sent off to the phone?
Yes, it will. It'll, just like anything else. It'll be on Chuck's feed. It'll be on
I can
our
pop
feed.
it on my phone. I can pop it on my phone and listen.
Uncle, what do you think the chat people are talking about right now?
Saying, oh no, we're not having a Friday night talk about.
Yeah.
But they are having a walkabout. A walkabout show this coming Friday.
They're in Australia.
Who?
They're out on walkabout.
Oh, yeah, we're out in Australia. We're trying to look out about. We're finally doing what I want to start doing, is what we're going to finally do Friday night.
It's about time.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Walkabout and talk to people. And what we're going to do Friday night is just that.
I think I like the Australian concept of walkabout. Do you know about that one, Uncle?
Yeah.
What is that?
Walkabout on Crocodile. He was on some walkabout. Hey, why don't you go do a walkabout? Yeah. Hey, boy, I'm going to go do a walkabout. You know how he talks.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a walkabout. See you there. All right, Marty. I'm going to walkabout. All right, take it easy. And it goes back and forth down up this stairwell, back down for it. That's how it actually is.
The idea is when you go on walkabout, you just leave your house for a while. For an extended period of time, you just go and you live out in the woods, I guess. You got to go and Boy Scout style, you got to go live in the woods for a while and just you kind of do that. And then you end up coming back it can be any interval of time. I don't think there's a set time for walkabout. You just go out for a few days or a week or even a year and you come back later.
Well, yeah. Well, we can go out for the night. I mean, for what we're going to do. Not what I'm saying, but what we're going to do is go out for the night and then come back.
It's the Southern California version of walkabout.
Yeah. California walkabout.
California walkabout is you go see J.P. Sears at
J.P. Sears, we're going to go see a live show from his show. I'm going to see how many people actually come to his show. Because we remember when we went to see the Fun Women, that place was packed.
Oh, yeah, up in Hollywood.
She was completely packed.
It was a good crowd. It was a good crowd. Small venue, good crowd.
Well, we sat down in the chair, watching, listening to those people talk, and it was a good-sized crowd.
They had a good turnout.
Yeah.
It was good. I would be impressed if we could get a turnout like that.
If we get a turnout like that, I'll be very impressed. I mean, that'd be a good starter.
They were good. The Mixed Feelings podcast was very good at social media. They were good at networking via that in a way that
They did.
I'm not good like they are. I'm just not that good.
You're not even close to what they do.
I'm not.
They talk. The only thing I had balance with them,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of words. Talk bad.
Lot of words.
Bad
Lot of
words. I
words.
mean, a little kid wouldn't want to listen to it. But that's me, and that's my broadcast. I don't like
Uncle,
listening
did you
to
know
it.
the
for
mixed,
grown-ups is better.
the Mixed Feelings podcast is no more. They're not doing that show anymore. But then one of them is doing a show called, I think, Friend Time Pod is the name.
Are we out of there? People are not doing that. That's a shame. I mean, they were
yeah,
doing
they-
good. I mean,
yeah.
but what was the...
They-
my answer is, what's the point of them just leaving the system?
This is the curious thing about podcasting, because you're right. They had a large audience.
They had a load of on. I mean,
I know
I could
they
have
did. Mm-hmm.
took their audience, made it to my audience. I could build it off of their audience to come to my audience. But I mean, if they were going to do that, well, why don't they give it to Uncle the Podcast? Send it over to me. You know how Chuck says,
Yeah.
we have friends, we do shares.
Yes. Yeah.
And this is what I was thinking. I said, well, if you're going to do that, bring them over to us. Because, I'm going to talk to them.
if only it worked that way. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
A good way to do that is to get guests on the show.
Right.
Again, like guests who have their audience, and then their audience comes over, and maybe they start listening to you.
Right.
So the more guests you do, the bigger your audience grows.
That's my point. Exactly what. And you, on yours, you can have the same too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we just
It
throw
works
it
that
off
way.
to each ways. Each
But-
have it split down the middle.
but-
Okay, you have that part. No, I'll have this part.
You're right though. It is odd. Like we had started our podcast before they started Mixed Feelings, and then they also ended, and we're still going. So we've been going for much longer. But I guarantee you, they had more listeners than we do. I'm sorry to say that.
We'll be catching up with them since they were off the business. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
So we'll catch up back up with them. I mean, we're already pushing. Well, we're already pushing almost 300.
There's some stuff that I could probably do on social media to grow the audience that I just don't. I just don't do it.
Why is that?
Because I would prefer to hold the phone up to you and have you talk into it and post that as a tweet than to join some weird hashtag that's this movement of fellow podcasters, and then you all feel obligated to do this and that. And I don't know all the stuff that you even do to use social media correctly. All I know is how to like goof around with it and make myself laugh.
That's why we have partners like Chuck O'Chelly
Yes.
and these other people to help us out.
Well, yes.
I
we
mean,
do have
we
that. We do.
can have, hey, how do we do this? How do we do that? I mean, that's what Chuck O'Chelly's there for.
It is
our
helping.
friend.
That
I mean,
does help. That does
and
help.
you have the other guys. What's his name?
Well, the more shows on the Ocelli Radio Network, the better we'll all be doing. Clearly,
Yeah, look at he's pulled my broadcast, your broadcast, what's his name? Broadcast.
Yeah, we've got
And-
Jeffrey Matt.
and Jeffrey Matt podcast. He's got about what 1, 2, 3, 4 podcasts on his topic line.
Should be having some more coming up too.
On
should
his
be.
line.
Should be having more shows that will be on the network here.
He's
believe.
working on that.
Yeah, always working on that. Always
He's
working.
working on that. But
So that'll help.
I mean, this gives him past time. I mean, a man wants to do something for retire to do this. This is what he likes. So, but
Are you talking about yourself now?
No, Chuck.
Chuck.
I'm talking about Chuck though.
Oh, he needs to retire?
No, he's done one, retired,
Okay.
and he's doing what he likes to do. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, there
this
you
is
go.
my thinking is the same as he's thinking. I'm thinking the same thing. Let's make a podcast out of all this stuff. So it
Broadcasting.
makes it all around. So we got all these people lined up. You know what I'm talking about if he was live, if this was live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. And maybe we could get the live stream to help get more listeners and viewers too, you know?
Yeah, that worked too.
And you know what? I did think about making some short YouTube videos. If we make some YouTube videos that catch on, then that would help us build the audience.
What kind of audience?
Just,
what kind of...
I don't know.
We have to think of
There's
what
a few
kind.
different videos. I mean, a video of you doing stuff mainly would be the idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I could do a lot of stuff to really pick up my end of it.
That's just it's another thing that takes time to do.
Well, there you go. Time is money. Time.
I know.
That's the point we got here.
Yeah.
Everything on this is time.
It is.
I mean, you got time here. Man has to work. Won't have time. And then it goes on and on like that.
Yeah, the kids, there's always something going on.
What?
I know.
Wife and you. Slip this. Do this. Do that. Take your letterbox out. Take care of the kid. Up the eyeballs. Well, yeah.
There's always something to do.
I have a friend at work saying, "What's that cat do?" Meow, meow, meow. All night. Oh, it drives me nuts. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
That's something. At least we said something.
At least we said it.
Yeah.
We said it. We did it. We're here. We're talking about time a lot here. Time is coming up quite a bit.
Time is a lot. I mean, time got a lot to do with everything here.
It does.
I mean, you got this, you got that. And the reason you got pulled off of this job is because of the time involved of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't blame me. And I know you were getting tired, correct? Getting a little tired of doing these things.
I
went
the
to
podcast?
The broadcast of editing.
Well, not necessarily. No, I mean, because I still have to do similar stuff.
A little bit here and there because they send it to Chuck will send to you.
Yeah.
That I understand. That will take a zip zap and you're done. But before you met him, you were doing a lot. And that to me felt like, okay, you got to relieve him of doing some of this. So I gave it to him.
Yeah.
I'm the one that threw it off and gave it to him. He's doing an excellent job.
Got thrown right off.
Yeah. But look how much more we got in talk shows.
Yeah.
What do we got? Over 100 now.
Yeah.
I don't even lost the number.
This is 134.
This one?
This one right here.
Oh, yeah. 134.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
I know.
We're going to reach 140. And boy, I'm reaching that 40 mark. 140.
We're reaching it. Uncle, I'm growing very tired as we sit here. This is amazing how tired I've grown sitting in this chair as we record. This is crazy.
Well, and another reason. You want to do this recording, you get tired quite a bit.
I do.
On recording, audience, broadcasting. This is only Wednesday night.
I know. It's not even that late, but I can
And
tell
your
you.
Friday is tomorrow.
Oh, I woke up early this morning. That's
Well,
right.
that
I
was
did
the
do
other
that.
reason.
That's what's getting to me. I just realized that.
Yeah, you had to go in early.
I did.
And
It's
walk
catching
the
up.
dog. I hugged
Catching
the
up.
dog and accidentally went on the early train today. That was
You accidentally did that?
I forgot what train I was going on. Yeah, I got on it early. I mean, this is
How
unusual.
early did you get there?
Well, I left the house at 7:40, but didn't get to it till after 7:30.
How much time did you have before work? Did you have to sit around a while?
A little while, but it was okay because I like to do that. Reason and being there early, and they don't mind. I mean,
Can you eat before you work?
Yeah, and I eat.
You can.
I
Oh,
can eat, so we had a
you
little
go.
bit of eating.
okay.
So I can eat before I eat at work. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
that's pretty
so
good.
that's how I did that, and I sure enjoyed my rides without, you know who.
My wife with you.
But yeah, I mean, she stops us. I gotta stop at her stop. then we have to wait on a train. I'm starting to like the go to work,
Yes.
come back, straight home.
Okay.
But we can't.
Yeah, because it's a different
Boom.
setup when because you and my wife line it up so you ride together because there's like a discount involved with the tickets that way.
Right. I haven't used my card either.
You haven't
I used
you
that
haven't
card.
needed it, have
I
you?
didn't need it. Well, who am I gonna watch?
Yeah.
You know, she's on vacation. I'm just going to work.
Yeah, you don't have anybody to watch.
So,
Interesting. Oh
but
my gosh.
that's on. But don't hit that. Don't say that. Can knock that part off because I don't want to. She might say,
Well, it's okay. Let's just let it all hang out, Uncle. Who cares?
Well, that was just something to say.
You think she doesn't? My wife does not listen to the show. Not really.
Not offhand.
Not
but
usually.
Parts from here.
Here and there.
Here. Parts is why I say parts.
Parts.
But not a lot.
Not often.
Not often, no. So I think it's okay then.
We can speak ill of her all we want on here.
Right. Well,
She'll never know.
unless it gets something funny that she wants to listen to. Yes, the conversation gets to a head.
Well, that's another thing. Like, whenever she listens or whenever friends listen or whenever anybody listens and gives me feedback, I always get good feedback on the show, Uncle. I haven't received any negative feedback on this show.
On mine.
Yeah.
I never usually do because people love my voice. It's on The Voice. It's like that show, The Voice. This is like I feel like I'm The Voice.
Oh, okay.
Boom. Here we are. The Voice Man is back.
Whose team are you joining? Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani, Adam Levine, or whoever the other guest is that cycles around? Who
I
else
try
is
to
there?
get to the new guest. Every year the new guest comes up, whoever it is.
Okay.
I don't know who it is, but I haven't been actually watching it.
Gloria Estefan or something like that.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
she's
one.
been
I
on,
listened to
hasn't
her.
she? That's right.
That one.
Okay.
These are the ones that get the regular ones, the original ones. I don't care for. It's the one that they get new.
Oh, the new coach. Are they called coaches?
New coaches,
The new
yeah.
one you like. You don't like the ones that are just
They
always
all
on
the same.
Yeah. So that's
like
who
the
you
new-
would go with then. Whoever the new one is, you would go with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I would work. If one was sitting, if we ever tried that to do this on a broadcast there, I was thinking, were they allowed us talk on the show instead of dancing?
Instead of singing, just
Instead of
do a
singing and
podcast.
just do a I wonder
Stand up
if
there and
they
talk.
Just talk. I wonder if that would pass them. I'm just curious. It's just
We'd still be-
dawned on me.
We'd still be using our voice.
Well, yeah, it's a voice. I mean, I would that would dawn on me to think about that. I was thinking about that.
We should go to one of those tryouts. sometime.
I mean, yeah, a tryout.
Like, this is the voice.
This is the voice, and we're talking on a broadcast. Now, would this be accepted?
Just stand up there and start talking on the microphone.
That's all. You go to the place, and they'll ask you that, and they'll tell you, can this happen? Can we do this instead of just talking, singing, and doing all this? Would it be allowed? As that's what would say. I mean, I was just put it out there,
Something different.
like Chuck would say. Put it out there.
They could use a change of pace with that show. It's getting a little stale.
Yeah, I haven't really been watching it much.
Yeah, why would you?
Yeah,
It's boring, that show.
yeah, it is starting to.
Yeah, those shows. I don't watch those shows. But I've seen them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, The Voice. Yeah, we should do a tryout for that and see if we can do the podcast voice.
Yeah, I can pass that on my voice.
We know you have the voice. So
I have the voice for it because I know I can do it. But that's if they,
they just got to broaden their horizons a little bit.
Yeah. So,
I don't know if they would do that, but why
Yeah.
not? Let's see if we can get them to do that for us anyway.
yeah, that would be something to know.
Yeah. So for broadcasting, we have a few minutes left here to fill, Uncle. We're not
We do?
at the end of the show yet, but
What do
in
we
the
got?
name of completing the show, before we forget, do you want to give shout outs here?
Give a shout outs to you know who you are. I just say it that way, gloves and quick.
That way they just know.
They know who you are, so
Keeps it
I
easy.
say, boom. Shout out to you all.
Shout out to you all who you know who
Who you
are.
are. And that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's simple to say it because you go through the names and you know how long that takes.
Yeah.
Chuck says he don't want no more sports resorts. Shoot out the shout-outs. I haven't been shooting shout-outs.
There we go. Shoot those shout outs.
I haven't said nothing sports for him anymore. So that's what he said. So
Okay.
that's what he wants. So I'm doing that.
Yeah, sounds good.
So eliminate sports talks.
I'll do some shout outs here. I'll shout out to JP Sears, who hopefully we're seeing on Friday night.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah, shout out to you guys.
He's got a YouTube channel. If you never watch it, he's got very funny videos on there.
I can't see it unless it's on my phone.
I'll have to show you that sometime, Uncle.
Yeah, you have to show me him.
The Awaken with JP series is how he got to be known on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
it's a funny comedy series. He started out by like joking about like being a like new agey sort of concepts. He'd like goof around with that, and he just like it was satirical on that sort of stuff.
I know all the ones that have been on my show seemed very straight up on every single one of the guests that I got on my show.
Straight up.
I mean, they just boom. The voice is their voice, and my voice is mine to pull them into what I'm about to talk about, where everybody understands who's who.
Straight up, what did you want to learn about here?
That's straight up with them. They know what they're about.
I know.
I let them, the guests, talk.
Let them.
Most of the time, I let the guests talk.
It's better.
I don't talk much when the guest is on.
Makes it easy.
Because it means they go ahead, go. You're on the air, have a talk. We brought you on so you can talk.
We want to hear you.
And that's how I like to do it on my show.
Shout out to guests.
Shout out to guests. And I don't know about your show, but that's your business. But whatever you do, I don't know.
I let the guests talk too. Yeah, I prefer it that way, where I stay quiet as much as I can, really.
Right.
And then I'll give a shout out to Daryl Sloan because I had him on as a guest on the previous hour here. If we're talking about the 2-hour thing, Daryl was on Trans Resistor Radio this week, and I'm guessing that the conversation was great, although it hasn't happened yet. It's happening tomorrow morning. So we're doing the time travel thing yet again here.
We're traveling over to him. So whenever you get a chance to listen, turn on your phone or whatever you're listening it on.
Tell people about this show.
Oh,
Here, Uncle, we need to advocate. We need to grow this audience. And what we got to do.
Talk about our show.
We got to leverage the audience we already have because they're out there.
Oh, yeah.
Tell your friends, everybody.
And everybody that been listening, these are what we've been doing and doing all the talking. We are chatting about putting things on the road lately these days. Now, this Friday, for example, we are be on the road, not live, but we'll be on the road.
We're hitting
looking
the road.
around, hitting some comedy shows is what we're going to be doing.
There you go.
So letting you know, all the people.
And share, Uncle, the podcast with your friends. Let people know.
I do. That's why I do.
We're talking to the audience now, Uncle.
I know. The audience in bunch to get to them.
Share this with people.
I do when we, of course, the word. You know what that word is. You get the cards to them.
Oh, yeah.
This is what I do. Listen. Boom.
We need to get our street team.
That's how we get what?
We need to get our street team lined up, Uncle.
Well, we got to work on that.
Yeah.
I got to work on that now. The street team is going to be the next thing we have to work with. I have to concentrate on doing that. But we first have to get our things correctly organized, straight line, to figure out what's our moves on doing all this work.
Indeed.
I know it's time involved, but you have to get too.
Uncle, you know what listeners can do to help the show?
Oh, what's that?
Write up a review on iTunes.
Ah, that's it. Write up Uncle the Podcast iTunes.
Yes.
Write everybody who is listening right up on the iTunes, and that's how you can get in moving ahead.
That'll move us right on up the charts.
Moving up the chart. So
It will
whenever
help.
you guys would be able to listen to these shows that we do, it will show it from doing that.
Yeah, please write up a
Play
review on
up
iTunes.
the reviews
It
on
does help.
Thai Rooms. On Thai Rooms.
That's right. Write it up on there.
Write it up on them things.
Yeah,
And
that
I
will
appreciate that
the time.
to have the time to talk, and then you'll know what the heck we are talking about.
Mhm.
So,
They will know what we're talking about.
right.
So thank you for anybody who has done that, first of all,
Yeah,
and then
whoever has been
anybody
doing
who
that.
hasn't, and you want to, if you really
Ed.
do like this show and you want to help us out, that's a
Ed.
big way.
That's a big way to start it and then start it up that way.
And also, seriously, share it around to your friends.
And share
like,
it around to other people around you.
Just
That's how you say
just ask people if they like
Yes.
broadcasting.
it. Exactly. As to say, if you're into broadcasting or listening to people chat on whatever they got on road, phone, radio, or whatever, you can listen to that and
Tell them about the show. yeah.
About the show, and you'll be guys who go bananas if you hear all this conversation that we do.
Indeed.
And I'm telling you, it is bananas too. Believe me, it is a banana show. Sometimes I call it. I have to call that a nickname. That's got to be a banana show. Half the time, my mom have a banana show talking this stuff, and people get a kick out of it.
They do. They do. So join our banana
Join
show.
a banana show.
Share it. Become part of our street team. Go out
street
there
team.
and post signage up that says Uncle
On
the Podcast.
UncleTheBroadcast.com.
Post it wherever
Post
you're
it
able to.
where you can find. And
Anybody, yeah, that'd be great. You post flyers of your own in local businesses that say Uncle the Podcast. This is the best thing since sliced bread.
right,
Make your own flyers
right.
and send
Take 'em
the
out.
artwork to us so that we can see it, and we'll post it to our Instagram.
Send it to us, and we'll send it to our postgram, and we'll be able to see of what you guys have been putting up.
We want to interact with the audience.
Interact with our audience. Interact to you guys. That's what we mainly want. We
Make
want
your
to
flyers,
organize,
Post
to
them in a coffee shop and take a photo of it, and then we
shoot
wanna
it
see
over
that.
to us. As simple as that.
And that'll be how the Uncle Street Team starts, is with you, with you, the listener, just
listen.
doing the street team actions, and then
Team Street Action. That's what we have. That's what we try to ask you to do. Mm-hmm. We try to get that rolling. That's a rolling thing.
We're getting the ball rolling right now, Uncle.
Doing it. This is a start. I gotta admit, this is a start. Well, at least we're moving it, and we're getting to start something going.
Half of doing a show is promoting it.
That is, and that's mostly the hard
maybe
part.
3/4 of doing a show, if you really want an audience, is promoting it. Actually,
If we promoted this, and be surprised on Friday night when Chucky puts it on, man, if he puts it on and he listens to what we're just talking about tonight,
yeah,
can you just imagine he can add 500 more people
yeah,
than
yeah.
just doing this.
Yeah.
We could keep doing this and let him do the editing, and we don't even have to be live
Yeah.
if that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah, the promotion thing is tough. It's not my forte, but if you want the audience, that's what you have to do. It's weird. I love making the show, but the promotion is
That's
it's
why
something we need
he's
help
doing.
with. We need
That's
help.
why you get. That's why he edited it, and you edit it. Getting confused now. You edit it, and he sent it to him, and that's what the thing is. That's why we have the man there to do that. Edit it. You edit it. You edit it, and he puts it on air. Puts it on the air, and boom, it goes like fireworks.
It does. It does go like fireworks.
Well,
it's gonna burn something.
Boom,
If we're not
boom,
careful.
boom, boom. You'll be surprised if we don't get more than, let's say, 20 more people on what we're doing tonight. You'll be surprised.
Yeah.
He'll call up and say, "Hey,
Someone.
Fonz,
Yeah.
we just got so-and-so more people because of what you did on Wednesday night."
There we go.
Boom. There. See? That's what I mean.
This could be the thing that really makes things happen.
I think we could do this once in a while.
Pre-recorded show.
Do it once in a while. Or we can just, we don't have to have it live every Friday night. I mean, we just do this once
Usually
in a
we
while.
will. We'll do
Boom.
it as much as we can live, but it just so happens as working out to not do it this week, and it's fine. We're doing a show. Here's the show. It's
Doing
happening.
a show and edit it.
And people are still in the chat room talking about right now, which is actually in the future, which will be in the past when I go back and read the comments later.
Oh, yeah, they're going to comment. Believe me. Them comment. Those people in the chat room, talk about it. Commenting, they're the best commenters here. The chat room guys. They go on and what's what he said. No, listen to what he said. And they would go on like
That's a fun interaction thing.
Backboards.
And people have interacted on the chat room, so that's exciting too. That's testament to the live.
Because we talk
thing.
live. When we talk live, we hear from Chuck, and Chuck says, "Oh, the chat room said this. Oh, the chat room said that." I know. I mean, I'm curious what the chat room now is really saying.
Yeah, they're saying something.
I know. I can't see but this stupid apple in front of me. Wish I could have had something to turn around and see what.
Well, remember,
I
Uncle, I'm going to have to wait a couple of days myself to go back to see what people are saying now, which is what people are. What I mean by that is what people will say on Friday night.
Oh, how long do we have to wait for that, though?
A couple nights.
Oh, no, well, that's why you got
It's only Wednesday now.
Wednesday. You got Wednesday,
2 nights from
Thursday.
now.
Those 2 nights to know what's going to happen Friday.
But of course, Friday night we'll be out anyway in Brea. So, hey, I don't know.
Just go out for a while. I think that's the best thing to do. We just go
I
out
think
for a while.
I think it was meant to be this way.
I think to do it this way with the people out of the house.
It's all good. Maybe we'll even be
Just-
able to get a nice little clip of us talking to JP Sears if we're lucky.
Just
We'll
take
see.
Henry out for a long walk on the morning.
Oh, yeah, I'll take that. That'll
A
be fun.
real long walk, because that way we won't be able to take
We'll get
him
that.
out.
Well, that's just all part of our regular routine.
Well,
that has
our
not-
regular routine. What I'm saying was taking my
This
long walk.
isn't fully time off. Our routine's not broken up that much. It's just that the extra people aren't in the house that are usually here.
That's right.
It's less people in the house. That's all. We're still here, but other people aren't, and that's the only difference.
Right, I know, but
We still have to do stuff around here.
Well, yeah, I know that.
It's not like we're not busy. Again, full-time hours. I'm putting in full-time hours this week,
Yeah, well, yeah, and that long John, whatever the place is called.
Oh, yeah, the fish?
Your place, I know.
Oh, yeah. I know. I work at Long John Silver's.
Long John Silver.
I do. Yeah, that's my place of employment, Long John Silver's.
Yeah.
So come visit me, Long John Silver's in Riverside. And you
Where's
wanna
that
meet me?
fish? People will say, "Wow, where's the fish?"
Got some nice fried fish and chicken strips for you.
Yeah.
So anyway, Uncle, let's end the show here. Anything else that people need to know? We do have some time if we want. If there's anything else that we left out, what did we leave out?
Let me see. You said shout out.
Well, again, follow our social media.
Oh yes, follow us,
Retweet us.
retweet us on it
On Twitter.
and on Twitter, on all these.
We're on
crazy-
Instagram.
On Instagram, do all that.
Engage
and
with us.
engage with us, talking, and do all that.
Post pictures of your
Post-
flyers for Uncle the Podcast, and
Yeah.
we will repost them.
We repost and we back to you,
We'll do some posting and reposting
Repost.
stuff.
posting stuff. Correct.
So
That's what
thank
we'll be
you.
doing. Thank you for all the things you do.
And our website is unclethepodcast.com.
Podcast.com.
And yeah, just get out there, tell people about the show.
About
and
the show and just,
live every Friday. Call in anytime on Friday nights. We're usually live on Ocelli.com Friday nights.
Friday nights. But this one, none. But
11 to midnight Eastern time.
Eastern time. If people are on the West Coast, it's 8
Yeah.
to what?
It's
It's
8 to
eight.
9, right?
8 to 9. 8 to 9.
Or is it 7 to 8?
7. No,
No,
7,
it's 8 to 9. It's 8 to 9.
Eight
It's 8 to 9. Pacific
ends it
time,
at
yeah.
8 to 9,
Yeah.
but starts at 7 to 8 to 9.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening once again.
Bye-bye. I always like to say